So you might think that you can't actually buy a house. You might think you don't have the savings. You might think that you don't have the salary to buy a home. And you might be right if you're looking at certain parts of the country. But if you actually expand your horizon, then you could be in for a pleasant surprise. So this is something that resonates with me so much because I was actually born and bred in London. And when I say London, I'm talking Highbury, Islington, so North London, but very close to Central. And for me, there was really no way that I'd be able to buy a home in London in my 20s. I just didn't have the salary for it. I wouldn't have been able to meet lenders' affordability. And I didn't have the deposit for it either. For me, I ventured out and I ended up buying in Kent. Now, it worked out because I was actually working in Kent at the time. So I was in my graduate job and I was commuting from London to Kent. And after a while, I looked at Kent, I looked at the area and I thought, why don't I just buy out here? Because I'm going to be closer to my work and actually it's more affordable. If you are someone that works in big cities and you're looking at your city and you're thinking, I might not be able to buy because of the affordability in that city. Well, if you actually venture slightly out, you'd be surprised of what you can actually buy, because there are places around London, for example, where you'd be able to commute into London and it's affordable to actually buy in those places. Similarly, if your work allows you and you can actually venture further out and you don't have any ties to cities like London where the house prices are so high, then your options can potentially increase as well. So if we look at this table here, this is average house prices in the UK and in the different regions as of October 2025. So this is just a few months ago. And you can see here the average house prices in the different regions and also what the increase or decrease has been annually as well. So it also gives you an insight in terms of actually what areas in the UK are actually seeing capital growth and are likely to see capital growth in the near future as well. And as you can see here, London, the house prices here is around £547,000. So that's the average house price. Now, you got to think, to actually attain a house of that value, you need to be on a very high salary. And also in most cases, you do need to have a substantial deposit as well. Now, also, if you are a first-time buyer, any property that you buy over £500,000, you don't get first buyer's stamp duty relief. So you pay standard stamp duty tax as well. So when you look at all those different hurdles you have to potentially overcome, then houses outside of London look more attractive. I mean, if you go to the southeast, this is areas like Essex, Kent, the average house prices drop substantially to around £383,000, which can make it a lot more affordable if you are looking to buy your first home. Again, if you are okay and comfortable to venture out even further, perhaps you work in a remote role where actually you're location independent, or your situation just enables you to buy outside of London and the southeast. There are areas up north like Yorkshire, the northwest and northeast where houses are a lot more affordable. I mean, if you look at the northeast here, average house price is around £163,000, which is less than a third of the average house price in London. So again, it makes it a lot more affordable if you want to buy a house there, or even if you want to invest up there as well. The capital needed and the entry point needed to get in is a lot lower. Now, I was compelled to make this video because I do really want you to see and understand there does exist a life outside of the city that you're in. And if you are looking at the areas around where you live, especially if you live at home or you're renting, and you think, oh my God, I just don't have the ability to buy it here, then just know that just because you don't have the ability to buy there, it doesn't mean that you can't buy anywhere in the UK. There may be areas in the UK that actually you can live in and you can afford to live in as well and live there comfortably. And again, from a capital growth perspective, I mean, if you look at London, it saw a drop of minus 2.4% compared to the year prior. And if you look at the Northeast, it actually saw 5% growth on property prices. And I think this is because people are starting to see that actually we don't need to live in London. We can move out, we can buy elsewhere. So the demand for London is shrinking and the demand outside of London, especially in areas up north, is certainly increasing. So hopefully this video has helped you understand that actually potentially you may be able to buy, you may have the capital and the affordability to actually buy properties. It might just not be very close to where you currently live. So if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, and if you found value from this video or any other video on this channel, then do subscribe as well. And until next time, happy investing.